Hey, what's happening guys? Welcome to Ereviews. If you've been following this channel or any of my social media accounts, you would know that I'm slowly phasing towards everything wireless while keeping it well under budget. I've got myself some crazy amount of wireless tech which you will soon see on this channel, but for now, let's concentrate on one. The Azzor D9 wireless gaming mouse, which costs a massive $10. Starting off with the unboxing experience, you get what you paid for. A simple carton box with everything written in Chinese. But thankfully there's a seal to validate authenticity and new condition. Opening it up, you have the Azzor D9 wireless gaming mouse tucked in a small cover and a micro USB to USB cable which does not fit the color scheme of the packaging, product nor the company. Weird. Anyways, moving on to build quality and design. This is not what you paid for. It looks and feels way more than $10. I mean, take a look at it. It's well designed both in terms of appearance and ergonomics. It's got an aggressive gaming vibe in that futuristic design. It's also got LED lights that light up in 6 different colors. The light effect is a continuous breathing effect and you can't alter it, but hey, it costs $10 and it already does this much. The size is also just perfect for any size of hand. Small, medium or large, you're not gonna have issues with fit or grip. And that's thanks to the build materials. It's made up of good grade plastic for most parts and softened rubber for parts that matter. What do I mean by that? Well, the base and sides of the mouse are made of plastic painted in metallic silver, and the top part where your palm and fingers rest is made of softened rubber. Due to usage of softened rubber for buttons, you don't get those noisy click sounds. This is a big deal for me because I like my surroundings to be quiet when I'm using the PC or laptop. When you're in the zone, it just makes things more seamless. This material combo is really nice. It's the first time I'm experiencing it on a mouse and I think more manufacturers should follow this on most tech products. Speaking of buttons, there are 6 in total, all of them positioned perfectly. They feel really nice in the hand and perform exceptionally well. At the bottom side you have the charging port and the power on off LED on off button to the bottom. So all flying colors so far and no drawbacks? Well, there is. The strength of the LED lights is too dim for my liking, but I don't use it most of the time, so not much of a negative impact, but you should know. Honestly, I didn't expect much when I bought this mouse. It was a sale, so it was sort of an experiment, but it turned out to be a big winner. If you think I'm boasting too much about this, I got similar feedback from a famous YouTuber who's gonna talk about the performance aspect. Suraj, take it away.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Suraj from Tech Devoted, and firstly, I am not famous, and even if I am famous, I don't think I deserve it. If anybody deserves to be famous, it is the Azzor D9. So as Santhosh already said, my thoughts on the mouse are very similar to that of his. Let's talk performance. I'm not a hardcore gamer at all and I'm definitely not an expert at reviewing mice, but I'm going to try to explain to the best of my ability. A lot of people prefer wired peripherals to wireless ones simply because it's a general conception that wired peripherals tend to respond better. I'm not entirely sure that's true, but this mouse has been very accurate for the most part. There's 3 DPI modes, 1600, 2000 and 2400. I generally only play CSGO and for my kind of views I felt 2400 to be the best, but depending on your needs, DPI modes may need to be changed. But the bottom line is, no matter what kind of gamer you are, I think the Azzor D9 should be able to satisfy your needs in terms of hardware sensitivity. Now this mouse operates on 2.4 GHz wireless frequency, meaning it allows for a sit-back gaming experience while still giving you fairly decent data exchange speeds. Now one of the most important things about a wireless gaming mouse is battery life. You don't want to be disconnected in the midst of an intense gaming competitive match where you're at the verge of dying, and with the Azzor D9, battery life is not a compromise at all. Now the Azzor D9 lasted us about 4 weeks. And when I say us, I'm referring to Santhosh and myself. He used it for 2 weeks before I took it from him and used it for a good 2 weeks myself. Now I will admit, most of this was casual usage, not a lot of gaming, but still, I think that's fairly impressive because to charge it up from 0 to 100%, it only takes 1 hour. Who said fast charging was limited to phones? Anyway, you can charge it up with a micro USB cable, and micro USB cable, everybody has them, so even if you go to LAN party and forget to take your cable, you can always be sure that somebody else has a cable. So in general, I think this mouse is very good for what you pay. It's very lightweight, which contrary to your assumption is not necessarily a bad thing. The back and forth buttons, as Santhosh already said, on this are made out of rubber, and I actually prefer them to the metal ones on my Cooler Master ones simply because they're quiet and feel better to use. Oh, and this mouse also shows love for lefties, so if you're a lefty, you can use this as well. So for about $10 US, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better deal than this. But that wraps it up for this video. If you liked what you saw, consider liking and subscribing. Check out Santhosh's channel, link is in the description. But thanks so much for watching, take it easy and stay devoted.